Greetings, it's Eric Bakker, naturopath from New Zealand and author of Candida Crusher. Thank you for checking out this video today. Today I'm going to talk about Diflucan or fluconazole. Eric, I've taken Diflucan, it's not working, what can I do? Please help me. I've heard this 100 times, if not 1,000 times from patients, particularly from females with recurring vaginal thrush. They get put on this drug routinely by their doctor. Some of my patients have taken this drug weekly or monthly for, sometimes 10 years plus on end with no results. Many patients end up becoming resistant to Diflucan. So the Candida actually keeps on multiplying and growing and becoming rampant even though they take Diflucan. You've got to stop these drugs, okay? Drugs are for mugs, as my saying goes. It's not good to keep taking pharmaceutical drugs to cure a disease, all right? All you're doing is creating a secondary illness. Diflucan has many different side effects, including liver toxicity, bowel toxicity. Okay, it slowly poisons the endocrine system of the body. It's not a good thing to take. You're going to get sick and you're going to make the drug companies wealthy as a result. Too many people take these drugs. To me, it's crazy for someone to take a drug over and over and over again if you're not going to get the desired outcome. If you go to a doctor with vaginal thrush and you get put on Diflucan and it doesn't work and you keep going back and you get put on Diflucan, do you think that makes sense? If you got a plumber out to your house because the tap was leaking and the plumber fixed it, but then next week it's leaking again, would you keep paying the plumber to come back every week to fix the tap? You'd fire the damn plumber. You'd get rid of this guy or woman, whoever it is. You get rid of him and you ring another company up. You need to do the same with vaginal thrush. You need to fire your doctor. If you keep taking a drug and it's not working, it's time to get rid of the doctor and to get a new doctor, okay? I believe that's the right thing to do. Don't keep taking a drug if it's not working, because you're the mug. The doctor's the mug for giving you the drug and you're the mug for taking the drug. So stop taking things that are ineffective, all right? You're just creating toxicity for yourself, which just doesn't make sense. There are many solutions towards getting rid of a vaginal infection or another kind of yeast infection. Because I've got men also with jock itch who get prescribed Diflucan. I've seen people with many different types of yeast infections prescribed Diflucan, but particularly vaginal thrush is what it's used for. All right? It can disrupt the menstrual cycle immensely for some women, create a lot of cramping and pain and bleeding and all sorts of problems, headaches, nausea. The list goes on and on. I could read you a whole list of side effects. So stop taking Diflucan. It's a waste of time. Start looking towards a natural treatment of vaginal thrush. Chapter 5 in Candida Crusher has all the answers for you. Okay, this is an area I've worked in for 20 years plus with thousands of women. You can nail this thing. You just need to follow the right steps, the right principles to treating it. There's a pre and post treatment. You can read about that on yeastinfection.org. You can also take my quiz to see how severe your infection is, to determine, whether it's worth really exploring natural treatment, which it probably will be because it's side effect free and you're almost guaranteed an outcome. I'm pretty confident in saying that because this is one area I've worked in a long, long time. You do not need drugs to get rid of your yeast infection, but you must comply with a diet and a lifestyle change. Taking an antifungal is going to help a lot too, and for that reason I created a product called Candida. You can get that on candida.com. It's one of the best antifungals you're going to get on the market. I've helped thousands of people with that antifungal with vaginal thrush with very, very good results now in over 50 countries. So if you're interested, check out candida.com. The Diflucan, I believe I've also written some articles on fluconazole on yeastinfection.org. My book contains a whole section in it about the medical treatment of yeast infection and how futile it is to use the Zole type drugs like fluconazole. Okay, they just don't really work long term for people. They create side effects, they've got resistance. It's just, in my opinion, not the way to go. But it's your call. So I hope that answers your question. Thanks for tuning in.